understand if there's a thunderstorm approaching and you want to watch it roll in, but this isn't just any old thunderstorm or afternoon storm. This is a tropical storm, so a whole other degree, I would say, of uncertainty and also dangerous conditions. Currently, we have Isaias off the coast of the Florida-Georgia line. Winds at 70 miles per hour, and we're expecting to see our wind gusts here close to 60 miles per hour tomorrow. We're going to watch this track. It likely is going to actually make landfall once again in North Carolina or between North and South Carolina, and as it does, it really picks up some steam. If you notice, Tuesday at 2 a.m. likely in North Carolina, but by Tuesday late afternoon already in the Delmarva area. So it is going to move quickly through central Virginia, but that should give you a good idea of how strong our winds are going to be for tomorrow. We're actually looking at wind gusts near wind gusts near 60 miles per hour, but the sustained wind speeds will be ranging from anywhere 35 to even 45 miles an hour, likely seeing the stronger wind gusts along the coastline. And speaking along the coastline, our best chance of seeing any tornadic action is going to be actually in the southeastern portions of Virginia, and seeing that 2% risk, which is small. However, it's not exactly zero. So that's something that we're definitely watching. As for most of us, just dealing with some strong winds tomorrow, but also we're going to see a decent amount of rainfall, likely 3 inches for most locations, but even seeing areas close to 5 to even 6 inches, especially along the coastline. So flooding is going to be a threat to the central Virginia area. And then wouldn't rule out the chance of seeing a few isolated tornadoes. Now, let me explain this as to why we can expect to see a tornado within a tropical storm. And it's all due to the winds, but also as we're looking at the winds moving in closer to making towards the land, you're going to notice the low level winds are going to start to actually lose steams. But however, the upper level winds still maintaining their strength. So looking at 50 mile per wind gusts, this is just an example, keep in mind. But that wind will continue to move quite quickly. However, as these winds start to slow down, you're actually looking at them becoming more of a rotational aspect, which will then create that tornado. So likely seeing tornadoes closest towards the coastline. That's the threat mainly for tomorrow morning. Here we have tropical storm warning issued for areas east of the Richmond area, so east of Interstate 95. You definitely want to be cautious for all of us, but all of us are under a flood watch for tomorrow. Once again, that's because we can expect to see anywhere between 3 to 5 to even 6 inches of rainfall. Currently seeing some dry conditions. We did have an isolated storm in the south side portion of the Richmond area, but dealing with some cloud cover. So temperatures, however, in the 80s. We're at 84. We're looking at high staying around the mid to upper 80s tomorrow, staying cooler. But keep in mind, we do have that storm that will be approaching. Looking at the storm out of the area by late Tuesday afternoon. Still, however, is going to be windy and especially gusty behind the tropical storm Isaias. As we look at conditions for the remainder of this week, temperatures, at least we're staying in the 80s, but it's soupy outside. Very soupy today. Your dew point temperatures are in the 70s. Even our temperatures are staying below 90. It feels like we're in the 90s out there, and we have a pretty much an unsettled pattern for the remainder of this week, looking at the chance of seeing afternoon storms each and every day. Gerald?